Good day, everyone. Before we start, kindly check if your audio and video are working properly. Now, today we're going to explore one of the most famous works of all time, Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. But we won't just talk about the story. We will focus how Shakespeare uses words creatively to express love, emotions, and conflict. Now let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever said something like, "My heart is breaking," even though it didn't literally break? That expression is an example of a literary device. Now today, we will learn how these devices make a story more powerful and meaningful. To help us understand this better, let's watch a short video clip from Romeo and Juliet. While watching the video clip, I want you to listen carefully to the words used by Romeo and Juliet. Ask yourself, are the words literal or imaginative? Do you notice comparisons, exaggerations, or symbolic expressions?
It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks. Yet she says nothing. What a fact. Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heavens, having some business, to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, thou no longer be happy. Try no more, shall I speak? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not Montague. What is Montague? It is no hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, these some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose. By any other name it smelleth sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owns without that title. Romeo doth thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
In the processing question, what line caught your attention? Did you notice any words that sounded poetic or symbolic? What do you think Romeo meant when he compared Juliet to the sun? Those expressions are examples of literary devices. They help convey deep emotions beyond ordinary words.
So good day, class. Today we will discuss about the literary devices in Romeo and Juliet, and let's see how Shakespeare used language to express emotions and meaning. Now, here are our learning objectives for today's topic. First is to identify literary devices used in Romeo and Juliet. Second is to explain how each literary device contributes to the play's mood, meaning, and emotional effect. And third is to create a multimedia presentation illustrating examples of literary devices and their effects in the play. Romeo and Juliet is a tragic love story by William Shakespeare. The play is known for its expressive and creative use of language. So, what do you mean by literary devices? Literary devices are the techniques that writers use to make their writing more meaningful, engaging, and emotional. So, the first literary device that we will tackle today is the metaphor. What is metaphor? Do you have any idea what is metaphor? Okay, when we say metaphor, this is about comparing two unlike things without using like or as. Let's say, for example, it is the east and Juliet is the sun. So this shows how important Juliet is to Romeo. The next literary device is the simile. So this is an opposite to metaphor because in this literary device, we use like and as to compare. Example, my bounty is as boundless as the sea. So this shows Juliet's deep love. Next is personification. When we say personification, this adds human qualities to non-human things. Example, arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. So this adds emotion to the scene. The fourth literary device in Romeo and Juliet is irony. When we say irony, this is a contrast between expectation and reality. Example, the audience know that Juliet is alive, but Romeo believes that she is dead. And the next literary device is foreshadowing. In foreshadowing, this gives us hint about future events. In Romeo's line, it already suggests his tragic endings. And finally, the last literary device in Romeo and Juliet is the imagery. Imagery uses descriptive language that appeals to the senses, and of course, it makes the scene more vivid.
Now let's have an example. This is a test of what you have learned from our discussion or the short video clip that I showed you earlier. So I will share a Padlet link in the chat box, and you can choose one literary element or literary devices. For example, simile, metaphor, or irony. Now that we have applied our understanding of literary devices, my partner will continue with the assessment and deeper discussion.
Now, since we already discussed all those literary devices that we have found in Romeo and Juliet, we would like to test your understanding to see if you really listen to our discussion. Now, here's our first activity for today, the reading between the lines. All you have to do, class, is to form groups of 4 to 5 students, and then each group must select one literary device, and then you find 2 to 3 examples from Romeo and Juliet, and then explain how each example adds meaning or emotion. And then lastly, you have to post your answers on Padlet and comment on at least one group post. So is that clear? Okay, then let's start. And yes, good job everyone, but it's not yet over because we have another activity. So this activity is bring the lines to life. And all you have to do is to create a short slide or poster showing your chosen literary device. And then you include the definition, an example from the text, and its effect. And then lastly, you have to present your output briefly to the class. So is that clear? Are you ready? Okay, then let's start. And yes, that's the end of our activity, but to really test how well you understood the topic, let's have an assessment. So all you have to do is to join the quizzes game using the link that was sent in the group chat. And then you answer 10 questions by identifying the literary device used in each quote. And then you choose the best answer for every item. And then after the quiz, we will listen to the discussion of the correct answers. And before leaving, you have an assignment class. So you will pass this next meeting. So you have to complete a reflection on how literary devices make the play meaningful. So is that clear? Okay, very good. So do you have any questions, any clarifications? Okay, none. So that wraps up our discussion for today. And I hope you learned a lot. And thank you so much for listening.